When did you start getting into eco design?
About 6 years ago.
Okay.
I started the clothing line 8 years ago, but what happened was I was in like downtown LA doing production. My sample maker started getting really sick, and I started looking into it more. And basically, she was taking in a lot of the fibers that were chemically dyed, etc. And what was happening was, that was getting to her lungs, and it was just like, wow, it's like there's something wrong with that picture,
Right.
So I started diving into it. It's like, why do you guys do it this way, and why do you use this to dye with, and why, and started asking questions, and then I was like, there's got to be a better way of doing it. And so then I started just searching around and found kind of like-minded individuals who were trying to pursue that realm. And you look back, the natural dye's been around forever. And so it's like the whole creative concept is, how do you take something naturally into a commercial world and be able to produce? So that's always been the stick. That's always been what's held it up.
Right.
So that's kind of what led that kind of pioneering. It's like, okay, let's try to make this happen, and then let's try to connect that world to kind of a commercial, social world that's big on like style and fashion, because the two were missing. Right. I mean, you look at eco fashion back in the day, it was very granola, very hippie, which is great, but it only fit that one demographic. It didn't fit like creative artists and people like ourselves that are into like a different energy, different style.
Do you feel like there's a movement, that there's a lot of momentum now for the eco fashion movement, or is it still kind of a fringe element?
I think people are asking for it more. I think more awareness is happening. So it kind of started with the food industry. So I think, with organic food, that kind of started people to think, like, what am I putting in my body? So now, hopefully the next question is, what am I putting on my body?
Right, sure.
So I see it more and more, but still there's a lot of greenwashing.
And finally, I know that you've been through a few different iterations of your career as an actor and a model, and how did you originally get into fashion?
Acting modeling was never a pursuit.
Oh, really?
No, it just happened kind of organically. I was supposed to go to West Point, got a full ride, a nuclear arms program, said that's not for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, jumped in my Jeep, drove to California, said forget it, I'm going to go pursue my path. I got accepted in a Pepperdine with half a scholarship, but my family wouldn't help out with the other half, so I said, okay, I got to figure this out.
Right.
A buddy of mine was in acting, said, hey, my agent will send you out. I booked the first gig doing the Barbie thing, and then just met like industry people through that, and then I started working in entertainment, music management. And I kind of opened the door to meeting kind of influential people, and what it did, it allowed me to have these mentorships that are amazing, to kind of learn how that business works. And I was able to meet with like Calvin Klein and Jay Lindenberg and all these great designers,
right,
and kind of just understand what it's about. And I remember Calvin Klein was the first one to say, hey, I can barely sketch, and I just have a concept, an idea, and it's all about you being a visionary and leading. You get the people that are great at what they do, whether it's sewing or sketching or whatever. So it's really interesting. So along that road, it just kind of happened naturally.
The mentorship, was it
Yeah.
was it through a festival like Hatch that sort of occurred for you, or was it more person to person?
It was more person to person.
Okay.
But what you find at festivals like this, you find that people that were blessed with those mentorships happen organically, come back and talk and speak and connect with these festivals to help give back, because they knew they were blessed.
Great.
And so it allows other people opportunity that aren't necessarily in those worlds or connect in those worlds,
Sure,
to have that.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
That's great. We're really glad to have you here.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Awesome.
Cheers. Good to meet you. Thanks.